Welcome to this video lecture on PHP uniqueness 3. In this video, we are going to see about functions in PHP. Function is a set of program statements that perform a specific task and that can be called or executed from anywhere in the program. It can also be called many number of times. So a function is a set of statements executed repeatedly. The concept of function is similar to many other programming languages you have studied earlier like C, C++, Java. When we see functions, we have to see about defining the functions, invoking the functions. So we usually invoke function by calling its name. So when we call a function, the function will get executed. There are two types of functions, built-in functions and user-defined functions. In PHP also, these two functions are available. So built-in functions we are using array, size of, that we saw in the previous video lecture. We have used array function and size of function. Similarly, date function is also there. Some mathematical functions like square root is also there in PHP. When it comes to user-defined function, we have to develop our own function and we have to call the functions as needed. When we develop our own functions, we have to know how to define the functions and how to call the function. So the calling is known as invoking. So defining and invoking functions, the syntax have to be known. For defining the function, the syntax is function, the keyword function. The function should spelled as it is. The keyword function, it is given in bold in the slide. Function with, after that we have to give our name to the function. So here the name is display Shakespeare quote. So when we define a function, we should give it a name. So the rules for naming the function is same as variables, but we don't use $sign here. But the rules is we have to declare the function name in alphanumeric. The starting should be an alphabet. So after alphabet, we can give the function name like sum1, sum_2. Likewise, we can give the function name with alphabets, some symbols and numerical characters. Here we haven't used numerical characters or special symbols. We have just used the English alphabets for naming this function, display Shakespeare quote. So this function is having only one echo statement inside it. So the usually functions will have more statements inside the body of the function. So the body of the function will have open curly brackets and close curly brackets. Inside it, the set of statements that has to be executed repeatedly should be between these two quotes. So in this example function, display Shakespeare quote is written without space. And display is in full small letters. In Shakespeare, the first letter S is capital, and in quote also the first letter Q is capital. So in this way, we are differentiating the words. The space is not allowed in function names. So the function keyword is unique in PHP. So we have the function definition or function declaration in C, C++. In all that, we don't have the function keyword. We will give the return type, function name and the arguments. So here there is no arguments, and the keyword function should be used in all the functions we define. The first thing should be function, after that function name, after that argument list, open curly brackets and close curly brackets. Between these two, we will have the body of the function. So the invoking of function is also known as calling a function. So how this function gets executed, when we call the function with its name, the function will get executed. So display Shakespeare quote with the parenthesis and semicolon, we have called the function display Shakespeare quote. In that place, the statement inside the function will be pasted and it will be worked. Here the echo will display the quotes inside, display the single quotes inside. Within the single quotes, the statements will be displayed in echo statement. So these function invocations are case insensitive. So we have to note it is insensitive. So we can change the lowercase or uppercase in function names. PHP won't note it. So we can, instead of small letter, we can call capital letters So likewise, vice versa also we can use. So the case will not be noted by PHP. So but we have to be careful about the case, whether it is uppercase or lowercase. When we can define with lowercase and we can invoke with uppercase, but it won't be a good practice. It will be confusing the program readability. So here we are invoked and we have defined a function get triangle area. So this get triangle area is a function with two arguments. So here is the definition. The first keyword function is there. Get triangle area is the function name, and the arguments is $base and $height. So the argument is separated by a comma. So these two function arguments will be used for evaluation within the body of function. So here there are two statements inside the function. $area equal to $base star $height star 0.5. So it multiplies and calculates the area of the triangle. So after that, the next statement is return $area. So the value in $area will be returned. So this return value will be assigned to the variable where the function call is there. So here invoking a function, we are giving a statement $a equal to get triangle area. Within arguments we have given 10, 50. So the number of arguments should match as in the definition of the function. So in the defining the function we have given two arguments. So while calling in the function also we have to give two arguments. So this 10 and 50 is copied to $base and $height. So these 10 and 50 are the actual arguments, and $base and $height are formal arguments or formal parameters. So after that, the value inside $a is echoed using an echo statement. So here these concepts are same as in previous programming languages. When we see about the uniqueness with regarding to using function arguments and return value, so we have a concept called optional parameter. So when we want to make a parameter as optional, we have to assign a default value to that parameter while defining the function. So to make an optional parameter, we have to assign a value to that optional parameter in the function definition itself. So $height equal to 5 should be given instead of $height. So as you see, $height is the second argument for the function get triangle area. So instead of $height, we have to give $height equal to 5. So if we give like that, the $height will become optional parameters. The default value will be 5. When we omit that parameter while calling, the value it takes will be 5. So while calling the function, so we call the function by its name, get triangle area. Within parentheses we are giving 10. So we have actually get triangle area have two arguments, but we have given only one. So the 10 will be copied to $base. After that there is no argument. In that case, $height will get take the value 5, the default value 5. So 10, 5 will be passed to the get triangle area function. So the triangle area will be calculated as 10 into 5 into 0.5. So optional parameter, by specifying the optional parameters while calling, we can omit that parameter, but we should have defined a default value when defining a function. So there is one condition for using optional parameter. The optional parameter should occur at the rightmost end in the function definition. So when we have many parameters as arguments, the optional parameter should be at the extreme right. So here we have two parameters, $base and $height. So the optional parameter should be the rightmost. So we can have both arguments or all the arguments as optional parameters, but we should not have optional parameter at the leftmost. So we should not have a parameter after optional parameter. After optional parameter, no other parameter should be there. So all the optional parameters should be towards the right side end of the function definition. So in between there should not be any optional parameters. So first the parameters that is required must be found. After that, optional parameters can be listed. Suppose there are 4 parameters, we should have the optional parameters as 4, 3 or 2. Otherwise we can have all the parameters as optional. So if we have the first parameter as optional, second one as should be optional. So after optional parameters, the second, third, fourth should not be a required parameter. Another one unique concept in PHP is importing function definitions. So for that we are using include and require functions. This is somewhat similar to hash include in C, C++ and import in Java. But here we can have this in between the statements. We can use include and require in between the PHP statements, not always at the top of the script. So while defining a PHP script, we can use include or require at any place where we want. So we can define our own functions by using the function keyword. So many functions if we are defining means we have to store it in a separate file. So when we have multiple functions that has to be used in many PHP scripts, we can define the user defined functions in a file called function.php. So then we can include the function.php and then we can use the functions inside function.php. So in all the examples that we see in the lecture today, so here we used 2 functions. Display Shakespeare quotes and get triangle area. So in these 2 functions, the function is defined and used in the same script. Suppose if we want to use a function that was in another script or in another program, so we have to use include or require concept. We have to include the whole file name where the function is defined. We have to include the whole file name where the function is defined. So the syntax for include is we have to give first include and within the parenthesis within double quotes we have to give the complete path. So when we say complete path, the path should start with the drive letter. So that C colon or some other folder D colon. After that the folder in which the function.php is present. After that subfolder. Another subfolder. Here the functions.php is present inside defined folder, inside user folder, inside to folder, inside path. So the path should be starting from the drive letter. So likewise we have to define the complete path within double quotation inside include file. The syntax require is also same. So instead of include, we have to use require. The difference between include and require is requires the function forcibly. So the require function forces a file to be included in the script. So when we require, when we use the require statement, the functions inside the script will be copied and pasted where we use require. If it cannot be copied or some other error occurs, the require function will stop execution. So it will generate a fatal error. So it won't be processing the remaining statements. So when the require statement is encountered, PHP will wait until the required function is copied and pasted to the current script. But in include function, it will give a warning message and it will go to the next step for further processing. So that is the difference between include and require. Require function will generate error message and will stop executing. Include function will generate a warning message and it will continue to execute the further script. So these are all about the uniqueness with regarding to functions in PHP. So we shall meet in another video lecture with another PHP uniqueness.